And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stand. I hope you're all well, guys. We do have a bit of breaking news for you this afternoon coming out of London, and it's with regard to a mass evacuation that has occurred in central London outside a hospital amid fears, of course, of a chemical explosion. As always, guys, in today's live stream we are going to be breaking it down, going through what we currently know with regard to it, but also taking your live reaction in the chat. So do get involved in the live chat and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more breaking news stories just like this coming out of the United Kingdom and overseas. So essentially we begin this morning, shortly before 9 o'clock this morning. Around 150 people, including patients, visitors and staff, were ordered to leave the site immediately at Guy's Hospital. The order came as an emergency services rushed to the hospital following reports of potentially dangerous chemical incident deep in the building's basement. The London Fire Brigade, along with police and specialist hazardous material teams, were quickly on the scene. Crews from Whitechapel, Dowgate, Euston and other nearby stations arrived with fire engines, rescue units and a command team, while police worked to cordon off the surrounding area. London Bridge train station, just a stone throw away, became a gathering point for the evacuated staff members who were left waiting in the streets as the incident unfolded. According to one police officer at the scene, the cause of the emergency was a hazardous chemical reaction triggered by an accident in the hospital's basement. An engineer, while carrying out maintenance work, reportedly mixed chlorine with a sulfuric acid, two substances that should never be combined, causing what witnesses described as a sudden and forceful explosion. Another officer confirmed that this resulted in a chemical spill that was potentially quite dangerous. Now, as you can see, guys, images from the scene, you can see with the evacuations, of course, a lot of fire units in place, and of course, this first one with people there crowded there in the streets. The first emergency call came in at exactly 8:49 a.m. and within minutes 2 fire engines, 2 fire rescue units and a command unit and specialist hazmat officers were on site. Operations continued for over 2 hours with firefighters working to clear the contaminated air and ensure there was no remaining risk to hospital users. Now, by 11:09 a.m., the London Fire Brigade declared that the situation was resolved, and in a statement they confirmed crews carried out operations to ventilate the building and evacuated staff, patients and visitors from the basement and ground floor levels. The incident is now over and poses absolutely no risk to the public. Now, while the hospital has since reopened, this morning's events highlight how quickly an ordinary day in one of London's busiest hospitals can turn into a major emergency. It also raises questions about chemical storage, handling procedures, and of course the safeguard in place to prevent such incidents from happening again. Of course, as always with these kind of incidents, you do get a bit of people sort of questioning the narrative and what's happening, especially when you see a term like chemical explosion occurring, and then of course mass evacuations across central London. But as always, we will try and get you to the facts, the complete facts, and always keep you up to date with regard to what is happening in and around the country. So yeah, it looks like the situation has been resolved. Yeah, everything seems to be okay. Guys, let's have a little reaction from this one. We can discuss a little bit. I mean, there's not really much to discuss, I suppose, from this furthermore, but, you know, you start to see things like this come out. It's important to notify, keep you up to date and keep you, you know, notified on exactly what is going on. Because you see mass evacuations, you hear chemical explosion, things on like that on X and in the mainstream media. You know, you want to dive into exactly what has happened and make sure that you get the correct facts with regard to a situation, so we don't get any misinformation or anything that goes in and around the country. Of course, earlier on today, I mean, there's quite a lot of stuff to discuss today, to be fair. I do want to go talk maybe about Pakistani Independence Day, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit later on, but we've basically started to see that Birmingham City Council in particular I've started to remove British erected flags, which I'm going to dive into in a later live stream today, and of course lighting up, you know, prominent buildings within Birmingham in the Pakistani colours. I really find this infuriating and actually shows us how quickly a year has gone by, because I remember covering similar stories this time last year with regard to Pakistani's Independence Day. Why are we celebrating Pakistani Independence Day within the United Kingdom? It's really, really weird. But yeah, the news coming out right now is that Birmingham Council have said they will be removing all English and British flags as they are a danger to motorists who could be distracted by them. But that didn't stop them lighting the library up last night in bright green for Pakistan Independence Day. Did it though? Double standards. Really, really is. Mental. Anyway, let's get into the live chat, guys. I want to take a bit of reaction with regard to everything. Jackie James says, investigate the nuclear leak in Scotland too, please. I haven't actually heard any of that, actually. I haven't heard any too much about it. Scott Brown, interesting name there. Strikes fear into my body a little bit. Medical gas is a specialist role. Get some gimp plumber in to do the job, and you get. Clippy says, who let the idiot have cleaning chemicals? Jincy says, or did they do it on purpose? These two are, those two mixed are commonly known to be highly explosive. Well, this is what I'm saying with regard to it. I mean, we got to go by what the police have said and what the fire brigade have said with regard to this, chemical explosion. But, the sulfate acid and, of course, chlorine mixed with the two between causes explosion. So who's the individual responsible playing around with these chemicals in the basement of a hospital? Really interesting. Robert Wood says, bollocks, I don't believe the cause. It's called Guy's Hospital. Yes, it was Guy's Hospital, guys, in London. It's called Guy's Hospital. Yeah, that was the location where this incident occurred. On the Pakistan. We are going to be diving into that a little bit later on with regard to the Pakistani Independence Day. No, we're not celebrating it here on the channel, so sorry for those of you that wanted to. We're going to be talking about the disgrace in and around Birmingham with regard to what's happening. We're hearing about, as I said, for those of you just tuning in, we are hearing literally about the Birmingham Council actually removing and actively removing the St. George's flag and the Union Jack, as they are apparently a danger to motorists who could be distracted by them. This is the ones that the guys put up, like Patriots put up. We've seen a lot of videos where they decorate the streets, hang them on lampposts and all of these kind of things, which is really weird. I do find that very weird. Are you originally from Dutch? You know what? I get this all of the time. No, I'm not. I've got no Dutch in me whatsoever. My family's 100% Scottish. I'm born in England, but yeah, I do get Dutch quite a lot, actually, by the way. I have no idea why. But guys, do let me know your thoughts. I'm not going to keep you here for too long with regard to this breaking story, but I am going to be diving deep a little bit later on with regard to Birmingham City Council and the disgrace that we're starting to hear with regard to this Pakistani Independence Day. So yeah, guys, do let me know your thoughts on this incident that's occurred in central London. As always, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and